Hi. So in this video, if you've clicked on the title, you know what it's about. I just wanted to talk about loneliness as an expat. And this is something I've been thinking about more and more recently. And it's something that I think a lot of people, I guess, deny to themselves. Like, especially somebody like me, like I do have a wife, I do have her family here, and I do have friends here. But the number of friends in China that I have, it's just becoming smaller and smaller. People seem to be leaving more and more. And also, since I've made some lifestyle changes, I just don't have the friends that I used to have. On top of that, my work has changed. So when I used to work for Wall Street English, I could go to a center. Maybe those people weren't my friends, but they were foreigners I could talk to. I could have a good chat to them. I could have a joke with them. Now, especially since I don't drink, or I drink very little and very rarely, I just realize, like, I just crave sometimes interaction with other people who I can speak English to and feel comfortable with. And there might be some people who are like, make Chinese friends. That's a reasonable thing to say because I'm in China. I mean, I've got the Chinese wife. I've got the job in China. I'm eating the Chinese food. Why don't I have Chinese friends? One of the reasons I do have Chinese friends. I'm not going to say that I don't have Chinese friends, but because I do. But one of the reasons why I can't see my Chinese friends very often is because of just the way Chinese people live their life. So once a guy gets married, he's going to have a kid, he's going to work all the time. All of the time that he's not working is basically like helping out his family, helping out his children, stuff like that. So those guys don't have a lot of time. When they do hang out with their friends, yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be usually alcohol based. Are there cool people in China that don't fit that exact mold? Yeah, absolutely there are. But I just don't know them. And those people, maybe they don't speak English. I mean, I can't speak Chinese to that level where I would be having a genuine, authentic friendship based off the fact that we're just two people that are communicating in a language. It would always be like, trying to understand what the foreigner's saying. And anyway, look, that's a rabbit hole. That's a whole conversation, isn't it? The main thing I'm talking about is all of these foreigners that have left. And I was in this coffee shop, a Starbucks, the other day, and this young lady actually sat next to me, a foreign medical student. And yeah, it was pretty clear that she wanted to have some kind of little chat with me. I mean, just a friendly chat. And I think she spoke first actually, and then I chatted to her, and yeah, that was amazing. But yeah, I mean, it's not really. Can I be friends with a 22-year-old medical student? I mean, there's big differences there. Potentially, I could, but my wife maybe wouldn't agree. But yeah, like it just made me realize, and she said herself, like it's not easy in China at the moment. A lot of people do feel lonely. They do feel lonely. So if you're in China and you feel lonely or you felt lonely, how do you deal with it? I mean, today I went for a swim in the pool. I actually swam like 800 meters in the swimming pool, and afterwards I felt pretty good. I felt great. So exercise is definitely something that is important to do if you are feeling like a bit lonely or a bit down or whatever. And then chatting to your friends online as well. Like, I just realized, like, when you're chatting to your friends online, it's easy when you're in China to be kind of like, oh yeah, it's so cool, you send them a photo, whatever. But that's, I mean, it's a kind of communication, but, or maybe I have an idea and it just sort of, it's easy for it to become a bit transactional. And I could relate that back to what I was saying earlier as well. But I think, people know what I'm saying, when I'm saying this. But when you're like really, and I was with my friend today, I was just honest with him. He was honest with me. He's talking about some problems. I was talking about some of my problems, and just like reciprocal friendship stuff. And I realized the power of that reciprocity, or yeah, I mean that's the best word for it. The power of that honesty, or the power of that reciprocity. Like, even though I'm at the other side of the world, or north of Australia, or a few thousand kilometers, the fact that I'm genuinely interested, or I'm actually concerned with what my friend is experiencing, and asking questions and stuff, that creates a genuine friendship experience. And but look, I mean, we're human beings, aren't we? Like, chatting to a friend like that, it is cool, it's powerful, but the feeling of like walking along the street with your friend, going into a coffee shop or a restaurant or a bar, or a party with your friend, whatever. I mean, that is indescribable. And the other thing, and something I miss, and the other thing that I said to my friend today, I said, look, when you're doing a job every day, like teaching English, of course you get good at it, because if you're not doing a good job, the market will reject you, like in whatever way that happens, in whatever way that occurs, generally. So like I've been here working like 7 days a week, working every day, and yeah, I'm good at showing up to work. I'm good at like doing this job, doing that job, even changing from adults to international school, changing from international school to teaching kids on the weekend, whatever. Teaching a business guy, teaching at a company, whatever. All these different, teaching online, and you get good at that. But when I was in Australia, and when I was younger, and I guess like a lot of younger people, you're socializing all the time, so you get really, really good at that. And my social skills, I mean, like, it's not like I was the most, coolest popular person in the world or whatever. I'm not gonna pretend that I've like got excellent social skills, but when you don't socialize with people for a long time, you become a bit rusty, and it is tough. And I think, like, when I do go back to Australia, or if I do go to another place, I'll have to remember. I mean, I obviously, I know how to talk to somebody, but at the same time, like, those little things, those subtle things where people are inviting you to take the conversation that way, whatever. A lot of that stuff can be lost, and it can come across as, well, I've got a YouTube channel, so I'm not really persuading a lot of people probably, but it can come across as narcissism, just missing those little things. But the experience of being a teacher, of being busy being a teacher, yeah, it does become rusty. And this is another like teacher thing. I said to my friend, like, I'm very good at, or I guess I could say I'm experienced. That's probably the better way of putting it. I'm experienced at walking into a room of 25, 30, 18, 19, 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds, whatever, and managing them as a class and getting them to do something and having interactions with them. Now, that kind of personality is, it's not a normal personality. It's something that's quite unique. So it's very easy for me sometimes, if I'm having an interaction with a friend, it's lazy of me, I know, but it's kind of easy for me just to sort of almost respond as if I was being a teacher in that moment. And my friends do it too. Like, I know they do. I say something and they give a response almost as if I'm one of their students. And that's just how it is. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing or whatever. And yeah, it's just that persona. And it's hard to put down. So being a social person, I guess that's why all the teachers hang out with each other, because they understand what that is. And yeah. But look, I just want to finish the video by saying I have pretty much always been happy being alone. Like, I can have a wonderful day just being alone. And, today I went for a swim, went to a Starbucks, had a coffee, came home, watched a TV show, wife came home from work, chatted to her. That's a nice day for me. I can definitely live like that. But for those people who are thinking about coming to China, I guess the final conclusion of this video is that's something that's going to hit you pretty hard. Like, there are less foreigners than there were. There's a report came out, and yeah, like there's a lot more foreigners from Myanmar if you want to be friends with them. But I don't know if they're in the big cities, but I think they're just close to the border. But seriously, like there's a lot less foreigners than there were before, and yeah, it might be a bit lonely for you. So yeah, that's all this video is about. If you've got an experience of dealing with loneliness in in China or anywhere, overseas teaching English or anywhere in general, drop a comment, and I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Bye.